at this point. Take a look at the NAC standings. Edgewood on top as were perfect in the NAC at 5-0. And an overall record of 7-1-2, followed by St. Norbert at 5-1. Overall 7-5. MSOE 4-1-1. Overall 7-3-2. And then you got Aurora 4-1-1. Dominican 4-1. And then Benedictine 2-2-1. Followed by IIT Marion, Wisconsin Lutheran, Lakeland, CUW, Rockford, and CUC. Spartans with 2 shots, one registered as a shot on goal. Dominican looking for their first. We're about almost 9 minutes into the first. There's Roman. Good battle on the far wing. Gives that one up. Ticka, the sophomore out of Bartlett, Illinois. For Dominican between the pipes. Now the Stars systematically very slow. And as I mentioned before, you'll see a lot of stretch passes like that for Dominican as they try to take that middle third right out and go directly into the attack. Captain Ryan Gutierrez, the senior from Chicago, with the band. Aguiliadelis, he'll draw this one out to Julian Orozco, the junior from Hoffman Estates, went to Elgin High School. .56 degrees at kickoff here tonight. Beautiful night here on the pitch. Trying to draw this one over to Crawford. Crawford, oh, good quick step. Just missed that as Dominic Ticka comes out and he'll grab it. I can hear both coaches, Ryan Lakin, Eric Bauman, yelling out instructions. There's another long draw right in the middle. It's almost like they were trying to connect with Nathan Lara, the sophomore from Burbank, Illinois. Went to St. Lawrence High School, part of that strong Chicago Catholic League powerhouse. So many teams. One of the biggest conferences in the country. Besides one of the conferences that I do remember back in Western Michigan, the OK Conference, which has two divisions because it's so big and almost 30 teams. There's a shot and just wide of the near post. Good idea that time by Vira. Yeah, the OK Conference considered one of the biggest in the country. So many teams. Ranging from Lake Michigan Yeah, they've got so many teams. They have an OK Red, OK White, OK Green, OK Black, OK Gold, and OK Silver. That's how many teams that they have. So many that they had to separate it. And just like the NAC, it just almost seems like this is a conference ready to expand, but CUW bows out of the conference in 27-28. They're going to go to the CCIW. So the NAC looking to gather up some more teams. Here's Roman. He had a full head of steam. Roman gets it back. He's got Crawford with him. Here's Roman. Drops it over here to Saldana. Saldana. There's a curling shot. And a nice stop by Ticka. And the Spartans again generate a scoring opportunity. Yeah, 24 teams in the OK. That's a lot of football, baseball, and sports. Here's Crawford. That one deflected. Still up in the air. Still loose and score. And the Spartans. Dominic Ticka gives up a rebound, and the Spartans draw first blood. And who do you think that was? That was Brandon Dolezal, the reigning NAC player of the week.
Brandon Dolezal, assisted by number 2, Max Crawford.
And Max Crawford, his partner in crime, will get the assist. And Dolezal, as I mentioned, reigning NAC player of the week. Wow, how about that? That is exactly what they needed at that point. A rebound by Ticka. And the Spartans draw first blood. Dolezal picked as the men's soccer student athlete of the week back on the 7th, which was yesterday. And he'll get a goal here tonight. For Dolezal, that is his 7th goal of the season. And for Max Crawford, that is his first assist to go with 1 goal on the season. So congratulations to Max and Brandon on that connection. Almost as smooth as a connecting flight at O'Hare. Oh, dare I say that. But maybe Midway. That was pretty smooth. Here's Dolezal again, here on the near wing, looking to make it 2-0. And they will get themselves their first corner. That one kicked out of play by Tristan Manuel. First corner by either team. Spartans up 1-0. That one didn't miss by much. And another scoring opportunity for Aurora. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule. Saturday, Spartans will be up in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin to take on the Sabres of Marion University, and back home a week from tonight against Wisconsin Lutheran before hitting the road for 3 to close out the regular season at Rockford, at St. Norbert, and at Benedictine on the 29th. NAC Conference. The tournament starts on November 1st, concludes with a championship on November 8th. 6 shots for Aurora, 3 shots on goal, 1 corner, nothing for Dominican up to this point. That goal coming at 12:54 for Brandon Dolezal. Right now, the Spartans playing with a lot of grit. Foul that time on Aurora. Again, Dominican trying those long stretch passes, this one from the near wing. Gutierrez trying to slow that one down. Here's Dolezal again, trying to utilize his speed. He's trying to find Fisher. Dolezal knocked down, no call. This one booted out by Manuel. Up the Banquil, the junior from Scottsdale, Arizona. Roman, good job keeping the body and the ball away from the defender. Here's Vira. Very dangerous Roman. Tries to move it back in the middle. He was trying to connect that time with Saldana. Dominican able to sniff that one out. Here's Gutierrez for DU. Foul that time on Rosales. .27:52 left here in the first. 1-0 Aurora on a goal by Brandon Dalzell, assisted by Max Crawford. I know his family tuning in, always checks in on Facebook. I'll check Facebook and see who's tuning in, give you a shout out. I'm sure that there's quite a few listening from Matawan. Here's Rosales. Dominican just trying to put that one toward the middle, trying to get something going as they have no shots yet. Here come the Spartans. Nice move on the far side. Avendano using his big frame. That was Crawford. Crawford gets it back. Crawford, first step, always a fast one. Moves it over to the near side, outside the hash. Saldana trying to chip this one in. Dosal looking for a second. Always joined by my partner in crime, Ryan Simmons, over here to my right. Be working with her again Saturday doing volleyball. So if there's any issues with the liberos, you know who to blame this coming Saturday. And nothing like a little pressure. I don't know how you keep track of that. I mean, because to me, it just seems like they come in and out whenever they want. And you're only allowed so many substitutions. And you got officials looking at you, raising a finger, putting a finger down. I'm just like, I'm happy where I'm at because that would confuse the daylights out of me. And somebody would probably end up with like about 50 substitutions and 3 liberos. So we'll have that action at 3 o'clock on Saturday. It's always a good time. Also a Michigan native. I still haven't figured out what town. I've heard like Chesterfield. I've heard Detroit. I've heard, Ann Arbor. She was at a concert with like 5 million fans at the Michigan Stadium. But wherever, I know it's in southeastern Michigan. It's where she calls home, and been there many times. Been over to what they call Pine Knob DT Energy Center, whatever they call it these days for concerts. And downtown Detroit, just an awesome place to be. And I know her Tigers made it for Game 5 in Seattle. Winner takes all and goes to the American League Championships. So that's pretty cool. A lot of good things. Hockey just started. One of my favorite players of all time, Patrick Kane with the Red Wings. Here's Jose Roman, and he's taken down in the box. Are they going to give him a corner? Because they're definitely not going to give him a penalty. And it's going to be, oh boy, what are they going to give him? They are going to give him a corner. So this will be the second. Yeah, Little Caesars Arena. You got Ford Field and Comerica Park probably within couple blocks of each other, if I remember right, because I know Ford Field's right across the street. There's a header. Dozal looking for a second and just misses. Yeah, great time down there. Fox Theater. Just so many good things to do downtown Detroit. I absolutely enjoy it every time I go back, and always got to grab me a Coney dog. It's kind of like if you go down south, you got to get yourself a Waffle House and a Crystal Burger. You got to absolutely destroy your stomach on the way down to the warmth and the beaches. Yeah, but a good time. Beautiful part of the year, especially this time of year as the trees start to change colors. And pretty much the only color you see in the state of Michigan is orange for all the orange cones because everything's under construction. I mean, everything. I've never seen so much construction, but they'll get it done. Hopefully by my granddaughter when she turns 70, because she's just turned 9, so that should be a good time, navigating all them orange cones as far as the eyes can see. Here it's 1-0 Spartans. And we have a whistle away from the ball. Let's see, what do we got? We may have some blood. Travis Fowler going to have to go out. He may have caught soccer ball right into the schnoz, and he may be bleeding. I think that's kind of what it is. Yeah, he's going to be checked out over by the scores table. Let's see, are they going to make them play a player down due to, now they're going to allow a substitution, I believe. Looks like Coach Bauman making his decision. They're going to have to get somebody in, or they're going to give him a yellow card. Nolan Oates, the sophomore from Sacramento, California, El Camino Fundamental High School, into the contest for Travis Fowler. Yep, definitely my favorite time of year, the fall, pumpkin patches, cider donuts, cider, bonfires by the lake at foul, committed by Avendano. And Saldana being warned, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. That's what the official basically just told him. Next one will be a card. Clean first half so far, only 3 total fouls. This one caught up into what wind we have, moves it over to the far corner. And this will be the first corner for Dominican, who has yet to record a shot or a shot on goal. Here's their first opportunity. Under 22:30 left. Dominican looking for their first shot. This one curled in nice and low, and Spartans don't allow it. This one right over the top of the crossbar. And the Spartans will slow it up as we approach 22 minutes left here in the first half, 1-0. Spartans, 7 shots to 1. 3 shots on goal to 1. Aurora. Avendano swings it over here to Saldana. Saldana, move it over to the far side of the field. You got Crawford on the far wing. Let's see if they try to stretch this one. Avendano for a big man. Pretty good touch. Moves it near side. Now Saldana. He'll draw this one, trying to find Dozal. He will be shouldered off the ball, and now Dominican just trying to get that ball out of there. Here's Almagar. Gives it up to Gutierrez. Now Gutierrez looking to chip this one upfield, and I think this will be a throw for Parada. Out of Frankfort, Lincoln Way East, home of the Griffins. Well, if you didn't catch it last week, their USC committed quarterback broke the state record for most throwing touchdowns in IHSA history. So congratulations to him, and the Griffins stay undefeated. Dozal moving over. Avendano, nice settle. Well, that was a nice reception. Looks for Crawford. Here's Roman, low shot, and wide on the near post. Well, that was a nice play. It developed. Nice settle down there by Avendano, the junior from St. Charles. Well, the Spartans working the ball up the field nicely as we approach the 20-minute mark left here in the first. 1-0 Aurora. Last time these two teams met, it was a 1-1 tie. Right here at Spartan Athletic Park. And who can't forget a couple years ago for the conference championship. Came down to penalty kicks. and the Spartans needing a tie. Sent that one over the top of the crossbar. Roman coming up limping that time. A foul on the Stars. Yeah, I mean, you talk about so much drama in that contest. Good sportsmanship that time by the Spartans and the Stars. Everybody up and able to walk away. Saldana moves it up. Fisher, he's double teamed. Vira. Back to Saldana. Saldana now. He's got some room. Looked like he wanted to drive that one. Instead, gave that one up to Vira and wide of the far post. Good developing play. A lot of whistles here in the first half. Only 4 fouls, but Stars trying those long stretch passes. That one just overrun by Rada. Make that Morales. Here's Dolzal. Double team, pushed off the ball, and that's going to be a foul by Gutierrez. We knew this was going to be a physical contest, and that's exactly what it's starting out to be. Saldana has Walter Delapaz, a sophomore from South Elgin, with him. They'll chip this one back, looking for Dozal. Tries to head that one right over the top of Dominic Ticka. Ticka in the right place at the right time. 9 shots for Aurora, 1 for Dominican. Both teams, well, Aurora on a 2-game winning streak and Dominican coming off of a loss. But Edgewood right now absolutely on fire on top of the standings, winning their last 7. Their last 10, 7, 1, and 2 for the Eagles of Edgewood. Those all with the foul. Travis Fowler back into the contest. He'll take this kick. Here it comes. He's going to draw that one right to Agliadelis. This one headed back. Still up in the air. Boy, that time Gutierrez shouldering the Spartan out of the way. Good up to Banquill. Banquill loses the handle, tries to get it back. He'll kick it. And the Spartans now look to settle this one down. Rosales, the sophomore from Mundelein, gets it back to Agliadelis. 15:30 left here in the first. 1-0 Spartans. On a goal back at the 12:54 mark from Dozal from Crawford. Good up by Fisher. Knocked down, stays to his feet, double team. Holds the possession. Here's Saldana. Nice crowd here tonight on Mental Health Awareness Night. Dominican with a throw. That one headed back by Roscoe. And another throw for Dominican. Max Crawford will get a breather. Nick Feet, the senior from Chandler, Arizona, in for Aurora. Tristan Manuel with the throw for Dominican. Well, you take a look at the domination of the first half so far for the Spartans, with 9 shots and only 1 for Dominican. And the Spartans lead 1-0. Dominican looking for the equalizer. They are on the attack, but that stingy D by the Spartans. And that far touch, a lot of frustration starting to boil up for Dominican. Dominican now with a good push on the attack, but looking back, Tristan Manuel right now stretching out that right hamstring in the right knee area. Let's see how that affects him. Even on cool nights like this, you can still cramp up. There's Gutierrez. Dominican starting to move it on the far side. But both these teams not given much room to navigate anywhere. A lot of turnovers both sides. Here's the Stars with a chance. There's a low line drive. Ooh! Agliadelis right through his hands, and this is going to be a corner for Dominican. Wow, that one was close. Second corner for Dominican. They'll curl this one back, looking at the far post. That one over the top of the head of the attackers and out of play. It will be Stars ball with 11:05 left to go here in the first 1-0 Aurora. Here's Vira. Fisher just blew right on by. Reyes moves it over to the far side. Here's Rosales, tries to chip that one into Dolzal. Roman keeps it alive. Here's another shot. This one right over the top by Yandel Reyes, the sophomore from Romeoville. Boy, nice crowd here tonight on a cool fall evening. Dominican trailing 1-0. They have possession. They're trying to move that one up to Enzo Chinqua, the freshman from Willowbrook. Two shots now recorded for Dominican, 9 for Aurora. Nice hold that time, Saldana. He'll move this one up, trying to find Roman. Fisher gets it back. Fisher looking to slow it down. Here's Saldana. Spartans with it, and they have the lead 1-0. Morales moves it over to the far side. Here's Rosales. He'll try to chip this one in, looking for Roman. Nice up that time by Reyes. And the Spartans will withdraw, and then they'll regroup. Saldana slowed it down, got it back to Orozco. Orozco now with it. This one chipped in. No, they're trying to find Jacobo. Settled down by Saldana. Back into Roman. Roman shoots. Oh, just wide. Big save that time by Ticka. On a no-look shot by Roman. Don't even know how he even was able to get that shot on. Basically with his back to Ticka. Now Saldana. He'll swing it back in. Back toward the top of the box. And Dominican will boot this one out of harm's way. And Orozco will try to track it down. He's going to be chased by Chinqua out of Hinsdale Central. The Red Devils used to play them in football all the time. Good settle on a long pass by Morales. Morales goes around the defender. Morales still with it. Splits the defense. Moves it back toward the middle. Here's Morales. Morales gets it back. That one hits the defender. Spartan still with it. Nick Feet. Constant pressure here by Aurora. 7 minutes left here in the first half. Trying to keep it in on the end line and can't do it. And this will be Dominican ball. Tristan Manuel, junior from Lawndale, California, number 23 here on the near side. You hear a lot from him with the Stars, and this will be Spartan ball with 6:20 left here in the first half, leading 1-0. All the scoring, the only scoring, back at the 12:54 mark, Brandon Dolzal from Max Crawford. Jacobo pinned in the near corner down to my left. Nowhere to go. Still maintains the possession. Gets that one out to Reyes, and Dominican will just kick it out and force a throw. Got a Dominican player down. Look like some cramping issues. They're definitely checking on him. The clock stopped at 5:29. That's exactly who we were talking about earlier, Trishan Manuel, the junior from California. That right hamstring. Let's see if he gets up and able to walk off on his own. He will. I don't know if you ever dealt with a hamstring. That is very, very painful. And it looks like he's going to. Looks like he's going to come off the field. See, is he going to come out of the game? Looks like he is. Well, an awful lot of players on the field right now for the Stars to try to get the right alignment of players out there. Looks like they're good to go. 10 shots for Aurora, 2 for Dominican, 4 shots on goal recorded by the Spartans, none for the Stars up to this point. 5:29 left here in the first half, 1-0 Aurora. Spartans with the possession. Near side, Omar Saldana. Slow up that time, Jacobo. He's going to move it right underneath the foot of Jinkwa that time. Now Roscoe. Spartans forcing the Stars to chase. Here's Saldana along the near touch. Somehow keeps that one alive. It's like watching a game at Wrigley. Got this post right here in front of me. Got to look left, got to look right. Anything in the middle, I can't see. Here's Jacobo. Nice move inside. And a smart play there by Fowler, because moving in with it that time was Jacobo, and that could have been trouble. Jacobo and Reyes. This one, right side of the box. Here's feet. The Spartans continue their domination of possession here in the first half. 4:05 left. And this will be a Star kick. Dominic Ticka will get it for the Stars. 10 shots to 2. Aurora, 4 shots on goal to none. The Spartans, 2 corners apiece. 4-3 in fouls in favor of Aurora, and 1 offsides to the Spartans. Long draw by Dominican on the near wing as they're looking to get the equalizer. Spartans move it all the way over to the far side. So we approach 3 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the first. Boy, Reyes, good thoughts. They'll swing it over here to Saldana. Back in the middle, Avendano. He'll try to chip that one low for Jacobo. And Rosales. He'll settle it. Gives it up to Orozco. Here's Jacobo. They're trying to move that one into Morales, trying to get it through the Dominican Stars defense. Two minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first half. It started off a little bit late, but the first half coming to a close here very, very shortly. For the Spartans, looking for their 6th win of the season and 5th in conference play. If they can win here tonight, it'll be their 4th win overall since they started keeping stats back in 2002. Right now, the Spartans trail in the all-time series 3 wins, 21 losses, and 10 ties. Here's Fisher. Fisher, nice movement toward the middle. And then Roman knocked down. We're going to get our first yellow. And the Spartans looking to make it 2-0, and that's not a good sight to see when Josue Roman was taken down pretty hard. And the first yellow handed out by the officials here tonight. Nolan Oates, the sophomore from Sacramento, California. El Camino Fundamental High School will pick up the yellow. And the Spartans looking to make it 2-0 with 1:35 left here in the first half, up 1-0. Let's see what they can do right here. Let's see, De La Paz. He'll take it, curl it in, trying to go to the top shelf, and that one was just wide of the near post. Well, for the Stars, they can consider themselves very lucky to only be down 1-0 with as many shots as they have seen, with 11 and 5 shots on goal by the Spartans. Roman trying to keep the defender away, and he's able to do so. 60 seconds left here in the first. 1-0 Spartans. Roman settles it down, gets it over on the near wing. Here's Morales. Morales weaves it through. Fisher now with it. Fisher with a kick, looking for the far post. Just misses wide right. .35 seconds left here in the first. And it looks like the Spartans will go into halftime leading 1-0 with a 10-shot lead, 12-2, and a 4 shots on goal to none lead. And more importantly, a 1-0 lead going in at halftime. With only 12 seconds left, Spartans looking to make it 2-0 here really quick. Well, this would be a backbreaker if Aurora can score right here. And Fowler able to come up with it, drives it downfield, and that's going to be it. Your score at halftime, 1-0 Spartans on a goal by Dozal from Crawford all the way back at the 12:54 mark. 12 shots to 2, Spartans, 4 shots on goal to none, Aurora, and 2 corners apiece. Good first half for the Spartans, and time of possession heavy with Aurora. Only 1 yellow card handed out, and that went to Oates for Dominican. We're at halftime. 15 minutes on the clock. We'll be back. Second half action. Spartans up 1-0 here on athletics.aurora.edu. Spartans now going left to right, opening possession. They're looking to get things going right here nice and early, leading 1-0. We were talking about time of possession, and I got the score sheet from the official scores, and the only thing that I circled, again, was time of possession. 59%. It's almost a 60-40 possession rate in favor of the Spartans. I mean, that is huge in the game of soccer. You know, if you call it football, soccer, whatever, and then we got a Spartan player down, it looked like that was right to look like a header, and two heads collide, and I believe that's Vira. Dolzal from Crawford is our only score, and that came at 12:54 of the first. And that's where the score remains right now here in the start of the second. And that was Carlos Vira, the junior from Aurora East High School. Cisneros that time. Stop there for Dominican. Make that Parada, excuse me. Foul that time on Vira. Dominican will have it. Gutierrez now boots it over to the far side. He's going to find Tristan Manuel. Manuel had that hamstring issue. Dolzal with the steal. He's got Avendano with him. Dolzal slows it down. Has one goal, tried to get it into Avendano. Couldn't do it. There's a shot. That one by Fisher. Another turnover by the Stars deep in the attack for Aurora. That one almost came back to bite Dominican. And it looked like Vira, he's going to have to come out as they take a look. May have some blood from that header he took. Jorge Morales, freshman from Round Lake, Illinois, in for Vira. Spartans with a throw right in front of the Aurora bench. Bodies flying everywhere. And this will be Dominican ball. This one sent down range. Stars got to come back and get it. They'll get it back to Dominic Ticke. This one deflected up by Parada. Parada will get it back. He'll head this one forward. Bankwell with it. Goes around the defender. He's knocked down. And they're going to give the foul to Orozco. Max Crawford trying to get an explanation why that call was made. Low line drive. This one kicked out and out into the parking lot. Here's Dolzal. Avendano. Dono. Nice tackle that time by Fowler, and here come the Stars. Quick up, Bankwell this time. He's going to take a shot. That one just behind the net. We're here supporting mental health awareness here tonight. Importance of student-athlete mental health by sharing stories of student-athletes around the world and offering various programs for all athletes to prioritize their mental health. We as student-athletes want to shine a light on mental health being just as important as physical health and to honor those lives lost as a result of lacking mental health services within athletics. In and out of athletics, mental health very, very, very important. Remember, if you see or feel someone in need, reach out. Sometimes it's difficult to reach out. It's me and my cousin, we do help with veterans. Being veterans, we do the suicide hotline, and we do help out people. Here's Roman, low line drive shot. That one deflected by Tike. And I tell you, some of the phone calls that do come in, I tell you, they're heart-wrenching, but you got to help. Any chance you can help, save a life, please do so. Reach out to your local authorities and health departments and whatever it takes to help one another. Very important. Here's a corner for the Spartans. That one kicked right over the top by Crawford. Lost a couple good friends working within the emergency response teams for the state of Michigan, and a lot of stress that we were under every single day. And to lose somebody, it's a tough one. I tell you, it's a tough battle. Trying to get it to Roman. So if you can help somebody, please do so. Be a throw for Dominican. Nicholas Parada. Throw for the Stars out of River Forest, Illinois. Here comes the throw. This one headed, and Spartans trying to get this one out. You can see sense of urgency starting to set in for Dominican. Good hold that time by Curio out of Berwyn and to Morton High School. Now the Spartans look to get back on the attack. 36-36 left, leading 1-0. Last year's contest ended in a 1-1 tie. Here's Dolzal trying to get it up to Roman. Roman with his speed, able to catch up to it in the far corner. He'll spin it back. Roman stays on his feet. Goes around one defender, now two. Tries to center net. Score! 2-0 Spartans. Josue Roman didn't give up. He centered it. And the Spartans lead 2-0. Boy, that one, Josue Roman, the sophomore from Glendale Heights, Illinois, did all the work. Centered it. And how about that? 2-0 Spartans. You put in the work, you will get awarded. And that's exactly what happened right there for the Spartans with 36-16 left. And they're going to give it to Avendano. Avendano from Roman.
Luca Avendano, assisted by number 11, Josue Roman.
53-44. And the Spartans now with a 2-0 lead. And for Dominican, that sense of urgency just kicked into 9-1-1 status as they have got to get something going here. As again, the time of possession weighing heavy with the Spartans, and you can see it right here. Here's Max Crawford wearing the captain's band. Avendano, that's his third of the season. And Roman, that's his fourth assist. 2-0 is your score. Spartans have it on the far wing. Looking to chip this one in and make it 3-0. Parada moves it up to Lara. Sophomore catches up with it in the far corner. He'll chip this one in. Nobody home for Dominican. Closest was Trujillo. Trujillo that time couldn't get to it. Here's Roman. He'll, not able to keep it in. It will be a throw for Dominican. 16 shots to 2 in favor of Aurora. No shots on goal yet for Dominican. 6 for the Spartans. That is dominating defense right there. And with this 2-0 lead, Spartans will keep the pressure. Here's Roman. Nice up this time. Spartans looking to get it, and they will score again. Just like that, 3-0 Spartans, and a chip in by Morales. Waitike came all the way out, and Morales just chipped it. Like right out of the sand if you're golfing. And Morales that time scores to make it 3-0.
Scoring goal, scored by number 16, Jorge Morales.
That's his first of the year.
By number 11, Josue Roman.
And Roman picks up another assist. That's his fifth. Well, now it's 3-0. That one coming at 56-19, about 3 minutes apart from the last goal by Avendano. Spartans keeping the pressure, up 3-0. They'll kick this one in, trying to find Avendano this time with a header right in the box. By Morales. He only had one thing to do. Here's Roman, shoots and scores! He's got 3 points, 2 assists, and now a goal. And Roman makes it 4-0. That's his 10th goal of the season.
Assisted by number 10, Carlos Vira.
And Vira will get the assist.
Vira.
And now the floodgates have opened up. It is 4-0. Aurora. 10th goal for Roman. That one coming at 57-14. 12:54, 53-44, 56-19, and now 57-14, and it's 4-0 Spartans. Well, after a 1-0 stalemate in the first, 3 goals here in the second for the Spartans. Dominican still looking for their first shot on goal. They have 2 shots, but the Spartans now with a 16-shot advantage, 18-2. See the Spartans not taking the foot off the gas right now at all. Three goals in about 3.5 minute span. Avendano, Morales, and Roman here in the second. Roman with 3 points, 2 assists, and a goal. Well, you give these Spartans too much room. You see exactly what happens here. And if you're aggressive between the pipes, like you've seen Tike tonight, sometimes it pays off to try to cut down the angle. Tonight, Spartans have taken advantage of that. Good up this time to Banquil. Banquil now one-on-one with Crawford. Dominican, they'll try to move it into the middle, now over to the far side of the box. Well, you can see they were trying to move it into Almagar, and they could not get it to him. Here's Roman. He'll kick it into overdrive. Got those all with him. Vira. Another shot. That one stopped by Tike, and that was a huge stop. Already up 4-0. Under 30 minutes left. And the Spartans, well, they have kicked it into overdrive here in the second half. Dominican trying to get something going again, looking for their first shot on goal. So we are at the 29-minute mark left here in this contest. Spartans trying to move it back up. Jacobo on the near side. Here's Vira. Vira. Slow it down. Avendano. That was a really nice leading pass. Here's the Spartans. They're looking to chip that one in. Dolzal close to Spartan. Vira settles it down. Avendano near the top of the box. Vira swings it back over. That's Fisher. Goes around the defender. Nice move. Kicks it back up in the middle. Oh, Dolzal swinging a miss. Don't see that very often. Well, that ball sat there for it looked like an eternity. Next shot by the Spartans will be their 20th. Only 2 right now from the visitors from River Forest, and that will be a Stars foul. That's their 4th. Here's Crawford. Crawford gets it back from Dolzal. Here's Crawford. Nice up that time, just misses Jacobo. Jacobo able to track it down just outside the box, down to my right. Here's Crawford. Nice move. Puts on the brakes. Almost like Maverick in Top Gun. Put on the brakes, fly right on by. Here's Jacobo. But the Spartans really nice give and go that time there. Saldana. Forcing the Stars to come way outside their comfort zone. Now Vira. Well, Avendano was told to let that one go, and that one almost snuck through. Good header that time by Bankwell. Bankwell, he'll settle it down. Here's the Stars looking for their first shot on goal. This will not happen, and Orozco with the stop. Boy, the Spartans really playing some solid soccer. Avendano. Spartans have numbers. Here's Avendano already with the goal. Finds Dolzal. There's a shot. Nice stop. That time by Tike. On the shot by, that was Vira. Crawford able to head that one out of the way. Jacobo. Nice move here on the near side. Fouled by Trujillo. Not sure if they still have a Morton East and a Morton West. Morton West over by the Riverside Mall. Used to be a rival of my cousin's high school, Riverside Brookfield, who my cousin's son Matt plays for, the starting center. They're undefeated. Their come from behind win against Glenbrook South last week. Foul this time on Aurora. Long draw this time in for Dominican. See if that's considered a shot on goal. That was a very good draw that time. Brought it into Joshua Trujillo. Trujillo will get the throw. Avendano up to Jacobo. Jacobo turns around, goes around the defender. What a nice play. Here's Jacobo. Puts on the brakes again, tries to split the defenders, goes left, then goes right. And this should be a corner for the Spartans. So we approach 23 minutes left. 4-0 Aurora. Was 1-0 coming into the second half. And 3 goals by the Spartans. And put an added chill in the air, especially for the Stars. Fourth corner for Aurora. There it is, low line drive. That one didn't get through. Jacobo keeps it alive. Dike comes out with it. This has just been a very well-played match by the Spartans up to this point, leading 4-0. Boy, Dominican trying to stretch this one out a little bit. Trying to catch the Spartans off guard on defense. There's a shot. That one wide of the post. That one off the foot of Almagar. That should be registered as the first shot on goal. Let's see. They will record that one. Spartans with it, up 4-0. Good settle by Rosales. Avendano. Jacobo tried to get it, but he was pushed from behind by Garrity from Scottsdale, Arizona, the junior from Chaparral High School. Stars trying to get it out of their end. Low line drive. That one didn't get through. Rosales now with it. Now here come the Spartans. Boy, Frankie Jimenez, the sophomore from Mundelein, almost snuck that one through for Aurora. And this will be a Spartan throw, and Julian Orozco will take it. It looks like there's some substitutions coming in. David Peters, a senior from Addison. Looks like the starters getting a much-deserved break. Nick Feet coming back in. Seeing his second action of the night. Good up that time to Jimenez. The Spartans again with the possession. Feet now with it. Circles it back to Peters. These two just came back into the contest. Peters seen his first action of the night. Feet, this is his second shift. Saldana. This one will remain. Oh, I was about to say, they whistled that one offsides, and there they go. That's the second one by the Spartans. Still no shots on goal for Dominican with 18:30 left to go. Peters tries to settle this one down. Dubois this time. Brenton, junior from Chicago, St. Lawrence, number 35 into the contest for Dominican. Stars trying to get anything going right here. Da Silva not able to maintain the possession. Fowler was able to get it back, and now Dominican swings it over to the far wing. Good open field tackle. Now the Spartans trying to move this one back out. Fisher that time. Now make that Radcliffe. No, that was Fisher, excuse me. Trying to see that 0. Looks like an 8 from this far away. Or a 5, whichever one. Got a Dominican player down at midfield. 16:20 left. Clock stopped. Ryan Gutierrez, star player that's down, now walking off the field. Jacobo with it. Now Jimenez and Jacobo. Omarnik from Plover, Wisconsin. Out there, number 23. Omarnik, you can see he was trying to crash right down the seam. This one right back in. Oh! One-timer that time by Jacobo on the header. Excuse me, that was Jimenez. And a big stop by Dominic Ticke that time. That was almost 5-0. Marnick now with it, moves it near side to feet with the silver cleats. Omarnik, he'll chip this one in. Reyes that time on the far side, make that Jacobo. Spartans trying to keep it in on the end line, and they can't do it. There's a whistle, and this will be Stars ball with 13:15 left. Aguilar-Delis gets it out to Peters. 21-3 in shots in favor of the Spartans. Bankel tries to keep this one going. This will be a foul on Aurora. 11 shots on goal to none in favor of Aurora. Dominican throw right in front of their bench. More substitutions coming in for the Spartans and the Stars. Clock stopped at 11:31. By collision on the far wing. There's another whistle, and this will be Aurora ball. Now the Spartans. Looks like all the starters have taken a seat. Excuse me. (9:30). Usually the game is over with a normal start time of 7. We didn't get underway till about 7:45 due to some travel issues with the Stars. Oh, nice up this time to Reyes. Reyes gets it back, moves it between the hash marks, slows it down, brings it back to the right. Here's Jacobo. Nice spin move just outside the box, over to my right. Omarnik that time kept it alive on the header. Reyes also. Here's Omarnik. Moves it between the hash marks right up in the middle. Terazis out there, number 28 for the Spartans, clogging up that middle, third. Feet can't keep that one away. Dubois loses the handle, but Dominican maintains the pressure. Here's Rocha. Rocha now back with it. Jacobo with it. Oh, nice pass to himself, right between a couple defenders. And trying to track that one down was Rocha. Another one from St. Lawrence. Trying to move it up to Dubois. They do. Picked off by Nick Feet. Good anticipation. About a senior from Chandler, Arizona. 7:25 and counting. Time running out. Scoreboard reads 4-0. Spartans. And the Stars running out of time. Dubois that time can't keep it going forward. This one goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Spartan ball. Marnick. Marnick keeps it going, but he's going to be fouled by Almagar. Spartans keep it going. Here's Feet. Marnick. Spartans starting to spread it out a little bit. 6:35 and counting. And another whistle. And this will be Stars ball. Well, thank you for joining us here tonight on athletics.aurora.edu. It's been all Spartans. Started with a goal by Brandon Dolzal, assisted by Max Crawford. Then in the second, floodgates opened up. Goal by Avendano, 53-44, 56-19. Jorge Morales, 57-14, Josue Roman. That's his third point, 2 assists and a goal. And it's just been one-sided as far as time of possession. You take a look at the shots, 21-3 in favor of Aurora. And the stat that really sticks out, there's 2 of them, time of possession and then shots on goal. 11-0 Aurora in shots on goal. Not one allowed tonight by the stingy Spartan D. 5:10 left. Radcliffe that time knocked down. Caden Radcliffe, sophomore from O'Fallon, Illinois, down by the St. Louis area. Now you take a look at that. There's only 3 shots. Rocha with 1, Almagar, and Lara. Those are the only 3 that have a shot. Everything else is zeros across the board. And that one finds the parking lot. And what is that, a Jeep? Sure is. Found the front end of a white Jeep in the parking lot, and, well, that could be the second time. Oh, it goes right between the two. Couple soccer balls out in the parking lot. We're under 4 minutes left. The Stars. There's the shot. Agliadelis. First shot on goal, and that comes with 3:35 left in this contest. Their fourth shot and first shot on goal of the contest for Dominican. Agliadelis keeps the shutout alive. 21-4 in shots in favor of Aurora, 11-1. Spartans, shots on goal. And there's Omarnik. Trying to feed that one up to Radcliffe and couldn't do so. I mean, just missed. Good idea. Under 3 minutes left. I'd like to give a big shout out to my boss, Brian Kipley, who we will see on Saturday for volleyball at 3 o'clock. Omarnik settles it down for the Spartans. Home opener for hockey Friday, October 24th. Preseason ranked number 6 in the country are the Spartans, their highest preseason ranking ever. Favored to fight for the top spot. In the conference this year. The NCHA is going to be loaded again. They'll be fighting for it with Adrian and St. Norbert for sure. $1:40 left. And if you take a look at their schedule in November, they're going to have Adrian and St. Norbert back-to-back on weekends. And there's a drive in. Agliadelis will come out and stop that one. Tried to find Dubois and couldn't get it to him. Just about 3 steps behind. So we approach 70 seconds left in this contest. It has been all Aurora here tonight. And they will move their record to 6-3-3 overall, 5-1-1 in conference play. And historically, will pick up their 4th win historically against Dominican, making their all-time record 4-21-10. And for the Stars, they're going to drop to 4-6-2 and 4-2 in the NAC. Spartans put a stranglehold on that 4th place in the conference. Depending what MSOE did today. Could they find themselves as high as 3rd at this point? Well, as the whistle getting ready to blow here in about 10 seconds, 21-4 in shots, 11-1 shots on goal. And just like that, make it 5-0 Spartans with only 6 seconds left. Rub a little salt in the wound right there. And it's now 5-0 with only 6 seconds left. Ouch. It's like that cut you got when you were a kid and your grandma whipped out the 50-gallon drum of Bactine and threw it on you. That's exactly what it feels like. Ouch. 5-0 with 6 seconds left. Isaac Jacobo, that time from Reyes.
Goal scored by number 12, Isaac Jacobo. Assisted by number 17, Yandel Reyes. Jacobo.
And that will do it. 5-0 now. And that will do it. 22-4 in shots, 12-1 shots on goal. The most important part. 5-0 Spartans. Spartans 6-3-3 overall, 5-1-1 in conference play, and the Stars will drop to 4-6-2 overall, 4-2 in the NAC. Everybody here at Spartan Athletic Park, I'm Bill Downing. Have yourself a great night. The Stars lose here tonight to the very strong Aurora University Spartans, 5-0. Game of possession and shots galore, and your Spartans win tonight. Have a good night, everybody, and go Spartans.